to all of you. It is 9 a.m. and we're getting a live look outside right now in downtown Cleveland as Northeast Ohio is waking up to a winter storm. Take a look at that. Frigid cold temperatures, heavy snowfall. It's going to stick around until tomorrow.
Yeah, so far this morning, we have already accumulated 2 to 5 inches of snow across all of Northeast Ohio. This storm is expected to be so intense and disruptive. Governor Mike DeWine has already declared a state of emergency. This is Ashland, Erie, Holmes, Summit, and Lorain counties are now under level 1 snow emergencies. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dave Chudowski.
And I'm Danita Harris. Danielle Wiggins has the morning off. We appreciate you joining us here on your Sunday morning as we continue to track a weather impact alert. Now, before we get into things, take a moment to scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen right now. Well, we don't have that, but we do have team coverage. Let's look at that team coverage that we have. We have Matt, we have Anthony, we have Krista Moran, and we have Candace Hare, all covering the snow for us this morning.
Yeah, we are ready to go with team coverage, no doubt about it. So let's start this morning with Matt Wentz here at 9:01 on your Sunday morning. Hey, buddy.
All right. Hey, guys. Yeah, let's get things started here. In terms of our forecast so far, everything's on track. We had 1 to 4 inches in the forecast by daybreak. Here we are. It's Sunday morning. We have reports coming in anywhere from 2 to 5 is kind of where we stretch right now across the viewing area. The bulk of the storm is just now starting to move in. All right. We're seeing these uptick in the intensity, visibility drop as well. So let's get to the weather impact alert that we've got. Overall, we're dealing with that weather impact alert as we go through the entire day. This is a marathon-like snow. This is not a blizzard. It's not all coming at once. It's just going to be persistent throughout the day. At times it will be light. At times it'll be moderate and getting into the heavy range. It will come in waves, but overall, all day today, we're expecting that snow. Down in Canton area, you've seen the bulk of the snow here this morning. Some of the higher amounts coming out of your area. This is a live shot from 77 to 277. Everything's snow covered. Notice more importantly, though, that visibility has gone down. Our snowfall rate is coming up. 13 degrees with heavy snow being reported over at Hopkins right now. We've got a wind chill 0, and notice the wind. It's not out of control. It's a light wind, a little gusty at times, but overall we don't have a blizzard ongoing across the area, and we're not expecting it either. But snow is coming down, and we've got decent snow in Cleveland right now. We have this band of snow that's developed that stretches from Willard out into the Medina area. That's where it's a little bit heavier. And then down in Canton, it's coming and going in terms of that heavy snowfall rate, but it's been persistent. We've got a big storm system to go, about 700 more miles of snow stretching back towards Arkansas. For us, we'll continue to watch this increased snowfall rate zone. It's called the deformation zone. That's going to move through over the next couple hours. So again, this is the bulk of the storm starting now, going through this afternoon. Temperatures are cold, so it's a light, fluffy snow. We've got wind chill values below 0 as well. But more importantly, let's send it over to Anthony. He's got to look at your forecast. Where we go from here.
Yeah, the snow has been with us since midnight, at least from Hopkins Airport. And Matt, you were talking about the deformation zone. Now we have to dig deeper into the details. The snow, yes, but what about the moderate to heavy snow? The type of snowfall that will be falling and where we expect those higher snowfall rates to be happening. Well, it's already happening right now with those deeper blues on reflectivity. And as we go throughout the next 6 hours, that's going to be likely not a steady heavy snow, but it's going to be working in waves, ebbs and flows of light to moderate snow. Then you're going to have that uptick of those heavier snow bands that's going to be working in waves throughout much of the afternoon into the early evening. So that's the biggest impact, folks, as we go throughout much of the next 12 hours or so. Heavy snowfall rates, at least a half an inch to possibly a couple inches per hour. That's going to be a good likelihood, and that's going to be the number one impact. Number two will possibly be the extreme cold and also visibility issues due to the heavy snowfall rates that will continue to flow in our direction. So let's take things hour by hour here. Here's 9 o'clock current timeline showing pretty much matching up what we just saw on radar, those deeper blues indicating those moderate to heavy snow bands that's going to be likely and widespread for us. As we wrap up the morning, right into lunchtime, here it is at noon, looking at moderate snow likely, but notice how these heavier snow bands are moving in from the southwest. So these locations, Mansfield, Worcester, Kent, over to Dover, even locations over to New Philly, those southern locations will have the best opportunity to see those intense snow bands longer into the afternoon. So we're indicating possibly higher snowfall amounts. I'll have more details on that coming up in my full check of weather.
Anthony, thank you. And as I mentioned before, we want you to take a moment to scan the QR code you're about to see on your screen. We love looking at Anthony. He's a very handsome young man there with all the weather information. But we do want to get up this QR code on your screen because we have extended weather coverage on WKYC Plus. We are streaming on our app all day long. And our app is free. Just download the WKYC Plus app. Our weather team will be giving up-to-the-minute updates all day today with everything you need to know as this winter storm sweeps through. So again, just scan that QR code, download the WKYC Plus app, and we'll keep you up to date. And we're going to be streaming 10 to 11 a.m. So we're going to keep this thing going until 11.
That's right, WKYC Plus. All right. Meantime, let's talk about the weather again as we continue that theme. Kristen Moran is tracking the roads in the south part of Cleveland here this morning. Kristen, how are things looking for you right now? Where are you at?
Yeah, so hey Dave, hey Danita. So we are just getting onto I-77 right now. Let me turn around for you and just show you what the conditions look like. You can turn around, there we go. We got it. So you can see obviously the roads are passable, not perfect, which is really the message from ODOT. It's something that I heard from them a lot as I spoke with them as they were gearing up for this winter storm. Now, as we were making our way north from the Fairlawn area on I-77, you can see it's that thick snow, and we've seen people out and about all morning long. And I think the big thing here is that if you are going to be out, if you must be out, just make sure to take it slow. Obviously, when you brake, start braking earlier than normal, right? Especially with these kind of slick conditions. But with ODOT specifically in District 12, which covers Lake Geauga, Cuyahoga County, they have about 60 to 70 trucks out there. We've seen those plow trucks all morning long. And then within Northeast Ohio, there's up to 275 trucks out there making those roads clear for you if you are out and about. And again, those crews are working 12-hour shifts overnight as well, making sure that these roads, again, passable, not perfect, and especially too with the cold temperatures, salt doesn't necessarily work. So what they do is kind of mix that salt brine with something called beet heat, and that will able to help them treat the roads even in these single digits and sub-zero conditions. So again, if you are going to be out there, be careful, take it slow. And you know, big thing too with the plow trucks is that you want to give them enough distance and space if you are driving, because you know, just within the past few days being out on the road, I've been seeing some close calls there, so you want to be careful, especially since there have already been 34 plow trucks accidents statewide, guys.
Kristen, thank you. Boy, you look at that video, it makes you not want to go outside, does it?
No way.
That is a good view of what's happening there. And we have more problems on the road in downtown Cleveland.
So let's check in with Candace Hare. She's monitoring the streets for us this morning. Candace, what are you seeing?
Good morning, Danita and Dave. Yes, we are downtown here by Playhouse Square, and I want to go through some of the impacts that we're seeing from this winter weather, and fitting that we're going by Playhouse Square right now because they announced that all performances that were set to be taking place here have been canceled. So that's something to keep in mind if you thought you were going out to a show tonight. Those shows at Playhouse Square, they've all been canceled, and it's just among the cancellations that we've been seeing here at Cleveland State University, which we're going by right now. They said that they're going to be closed tomorrow. I know many of you are waiting to hear from your school districts. Not all of those have come in, but Cleveland State University, they will be closing their buildings tomorrow, including the libraries and the rec center. So something to keep in mind as well. And these closures, something that we're seeing expand well past schools, well past the performances at Playhouse Square as well. We've been hearing from a number of churches who've been canceling their in-person services that were scheduled today, of course, a Sunday. And we've also been hearing that some urgent care facilities, they are going to be closed today as well. All of this because of that weather, the weather we're seeing now, and the expected severe weather is supposed to be continuing throughout the course of the day. So I think the big message this morning is if you had plans today that you needed to go somewhere, you had an appointment, maybe you were going to church, make a phone call, double check, make sure these places are open before you head out there. And then if you do and you're encountering roads like we're on right now, you're going to want to take things really, really easy because it's a little bit difficult to make your way through. At this point in time, it's doable, but you're going to want to take things very slowly. Dave, Danita?
Yeah, great advice. All right, Candace, thank you very much. And as Candace was talking about, if you do plan to hit the road and you have to go out at some point during this winter storm, or you typically park on the street, parking bans have been issued in several cities across Northeast Ohio. This includes Cleveland, Cuyahoga Falls, Elyria, and Lorain County, just to name a few. In Akron, parking bans do not start until tomorrow morning at 7.
Meanwhile, at this hour, the extreme cold is already causing major problems on roadways. Let's go to Strongsville. Cleveland Water has issued a boil water advisory for customers near Pearl and Boston roads. This after multiple water main breaks in that area. And in Brunswick, water pressure is still low after line breaks at 130th and Colony Streets and Drake and Howe. Some residents have lost their service altogether, but at this time it's unclear if those issues have been resolved.
Meanwhile, for those looking to escape the cold, several cities across Northeast Ohio are activating warming centers for those in need. Akron is extending hours at the Summit Lake Community Center now through Tuesday from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. Meanwhile, Akron's emergency overnight warming shelter will stay open through Friday, January 30th from 7 p.m. until 8 a.m. And in Cleveland, 4 rec centers will be open. They are the Michael Zone, E.J. Kovacic, Zelma George, and Collinwood rec centers. Today and tomorrow, the shelters will be open from 11:30 a.m. until 10 p.m.
And Dave, this major storm system is also impacting travel from coast to coast.
It sure is. I'll take it from here. As of right now, more than 11,000 flights have been canceled into or out of the country through tomorrow. Due to the weather, thousands more flights have also been delayed, all according to FlightWare. Here at home, Cleveland Hopkins is reporting a total of 133 cancellations today and tomorrow. If you plan to head to the airport today, make sure to check Hopkins' website for the latest impacts. But at this time, we do expect to see a rise in cancellations as the storm makes its way across the country.